Okay, gang. Let's get into our next video here. We have Adamn Killa talking about what is it? Exposing his scammer ex-manager Emilio. Okay, only gas. Okay, all right. Sorry.
Like from that kind of era when you guys were working together, when you were collabing a lot with drinking and all them, Sad Boys and all the homies. Is there any like unreleased music from that no one's ever heard?
Yeah, I think so, but they wouldn't. So there's another situation. His name, I forgot his name. I'm not even gonna say his name, but
yeah, a certain manager you're trying to mention here.
Yeah, Emilio too.
Emilio,
I say him, but yeah, Emilio Slimy. But yeah, but he had a lot of shit going on. But so I recorded a whole tape in Sweden because after the tour, I went back to Stockholm, and then mind you, they charged me for all the studio time out my tour money. And I recorded a whole tape there. This is why I learned you go to the studio, you gotta bring a hard drive. You always gotta bring a hard drive.
Okay.
This is how I learned it. Because I recorded all these songs at their studio. This is like year 001 studio. And I got back to Chicago. I'm like, yo, send me the songs. And then the engineer, I'm gonna say, I think his name was Asia or some shit. And he was like, oh, you gotta ask Emilio. I can't send you your songs. I'm like, I paid for the studio time.
Out of your pocket?
Out of my tour money. So I'm like,
send me your song.
Yeah, I'm like, send me my fucking songs.
Yeah.
And then they were like, oh, you gotta take that up with Emilio. And then they wouldn't send me the fucking songs. So it was like a whole
I'm not
tape.
making any more songs in that scenario. I'm pissed.
Yeah, no, it was like a whole tape. So I think we had a few songs off of there.
That's wild, bro. And then they took the studio time out of your tour money too. So it's not even like you're going to the studio just out of the good graces of what it means to be an artist. No, it's like somebody on the back end is taking advantage of you. And so this is why you always got to make sure that anything that you're dealing with in the music industry, you always kind of have an understanding of who's going to have to pay for this. Because more often than not, as an artist, you're paying for it. Like a tour writer in your like all the things that you want in your dressing room before the show, that most likely is always paid by the artist. So if you're getting studio time, sometimes the label pays for it, but then they're the ones who are going to turn around and charge you for that after the album is done. So it's like there's all these different sneaky ways. If you're not careful, bro, either the label or the management is just gassing you up, and then you're the one who's going to end up footing the bill afterwards.
Fuck. And those, I mean, at this point, do you think there's any hope that those will see the light of day?
Hell no.
Those still exist?
Hell no. I seen Asia or whatever the fuck his name was saying some shit about me too. I don't know, but I ain't gonna say nothing about him because it was just a little crazy. He's disabled. He has one leg. Like,
oh shit.
So okay. I'm saying like I'm not gonna act tough with a disabled person.
Of course. Yeah. No, 100%. He's got his own issues.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm like, fuck Emilio because Emilio telling him this shit.
And he's not disabled. Emilio's not disabled. No, so fuck him.
Yeah.
Him out.
Yeah. Emilio's like he's a able-bodied person. I'm not saying disabled people are able-bodied, but I'm just saying like I'm not gonna fight a disabled person.
100%.
So I'll give him a pass. He's disabled, but fuck Emilio. He the one telling him not to send the songs. And this shit was years ago. I'm over it now. But
and Emilio's someone that you've talked about a lot. You got a whole song called "Funny with Some Money."
I mean, yeah.
That's one of the most. When I posted asking for questions for this, that was one of the most commonly asked things people asked: was Emilio really funny with money?
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Sounds like
Young Lean and all them just came out about it now.
Really?
Yeah, they like. That's why everybody was like,
"How bad was he screwing everyone over? Like, what were some of the worst examples you remember?"
I don't know exactly what he did to them, but I know he's been putting out like merch, even though they separated from them.
Oh, he's just using their branding.
Yeah, he's doing all that still, and then so they all separated from him now. But I remember back then, I was hanging out with Young Lean's dad, and his dad was like, "Yo, don't trust Emilio. I don't like him." And this is back then. And then White Armor was also talking about firing him back then. They was just all scared to fire him.
And that's their producer, yeah? Yeah. Damn, so everyone kind of even knew back then, like, Emilio's no good.
They knew back then. Young Lean dad knew.
You were smart enough to separate pretty early on, though.
Yeah, people be scared. Me, I just do shit.
Yep. That's a good way to be, though. You know, I feel like that might be a Chicago thing.
Yeah,
you know?
like,
for sure.
Because he did that shit with the songs and shit. I'm like, well, fuck him then.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't finna keep doing this shit.
Yeah, I mean, if they're already screwing you over at that point, you gotta get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, because he was managing me. He was my European manager, and then I had another manager for the U.S.
Was your U.S. manager treating you well, too, or was he?
I feel like, business-wise, he was good. I feel like he just a little crazy, but...
Why'd you say that?
He just a little crazy. Like, I got a dog. He was calling my mom, talking about, like, oh, he just got a dog. He's spending all his money. He's going...
That's not his place to do that.
Yeah, no, he was crazy. But I fired him, too. But...
Damn, so back then...
He didn't do nothing like the Emilio shit, though.
Yeah, that's totally different. Emilio, it sounds like that guy was actually, like, finessing you out of money.
Yeah, no, my other manager never did that.
Did you ever try to pursue that? Like, get any money that was owed back?
No. Maybe eventually. Because I know I'm owed money from 10 and all.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You should at least try to sue to get some money back because I don't know if it's common. I guess that's for commonplace, right? How many of those VH1 stories have you seen about the managers and the artists and bad business dealings and everything? But when it comes down to the music industry as a whole, there's always these like shady situations that are always happening. Whether they're talked about or not, there's always someone who can tell you about a situation where they got screwed over by management or by the label themselves. Because a lot of times talent isn't ever looked at as like, oh, actually like highly respected, right? Because at any point there could always be somebody else that comes in with more talent, better talent, and then the quote unquote manager will just end up sort of scheming you and going to work with that person, right? It's always about who's hot now, right? So for most of these artists, it's like they're just looked at it as like a commodity. So it's today, you're hot today, you're not tomorrow, people are gone. No one's going to be around you anymore if you're not able to put numbers on the board, as they say, you know?
All that shit.
I mean, you should do that. You
Yeah,
should do
it
that.
got to be like at this point probably like at least like 20,000 or something. Probably
Apply
for all
some
these
interest to
years.
that. You know, you get in front of the right judge. You know, you got the right lawyer. I mean, hey, I need 50% interest on that. You know,
Yeah, 'cause I ain't got paid for that shit since like 2018. I pulled up on him when he was in LA. He was scared. He was all
How'd that
red in
go?
the face and shit.
Where'd you pull up on him at?
Young Lee had a pop up.
Oh shit.
That was the last time I seen all of them.
Oh, Emilio.
Yeah, but I was nice though.
Yeah, I mean, it's, as long as you were respectful, you know, he shouldn't have been nervous. He should have just paid you.
Yeah, I was nice to everybody. We was chilling.
So once you were kind of like done with Emilio, I'd imagine you were also done collabing with the rest of the people that he was managing, right?
Yeah, it was just business. You know, that's how it goes.
It's the way it goes.
Yeah.
He definitely, I would imagine, wouldn't let you work with any of them anymore.
Yeah, they was like, oh, you could drop it. Like Young Lean was like, oh, let's put it out on YouTube or like SoundCloud. Like it was like we couldn't do no official releases, but
Yeah, because that shit would have gotten copyright striked.
yeah, just Emilio, you know.
So how does that? I'm kind of curious about that because I mean, I don't know a ton about how the music industry and all that shit works business wise. How would it work if, let's say, like you have a song, but the label or whoever owns that song is letting you dropping it? Like, what are your options?
Just put it out. That's what happened with the Lil Uzi song, guys.
Do you get in trouble when you do that, or
No, they just take it down. Yeah.
okay?
But mine's still up. I just didn't put his name on it.
Even when they know that you're the person who leaked that shit, like they don't they'll just take it down.
They just take it down. I mean, if it's like a super, super big song, if it like blows up, I mean,
Yeah.
I'd probably like be like, okay, let's put it out the right way and we'll take like 90% of it. Like how
Yeah.
they did with that Juice WRLD song. What was it? I think it was like All Girls Are the Same or something. Whatever one had that sample when the band took like 90%.
I
of
do.
the
There was like a lawsuit around that.
song. Yeah, that's
Yeah, well, that lawsuit isn't about the label taking 90%. That lawsuit is because I believe who is it? The guy from the Police, right? That song. They put out the record without clearing the sample, and so once the song ended up becoming big, the guy from the Police ended up saying that he wants 90% of the record. And since you're sampling somebody else's song in that case, they're allowed to come at you and say, "Oh, we're going to allow the song to be out, right? But then we're also going to decide how much percentage we actually want. If they're nice, then you can get either 50-50 or, you know, whatever the case might be. But this man's from the Police said, nah, y'all niggas put out this record without my approval. Give me 90%, dude.
what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
like when it blows up,
And that's the same thing that, what's his name did? Who's that guy? Pierre Bourne did with the 6ix9ine song, Gumbo.
they'll sue you.
Yeah. That shit's crazy, dude. You gotta be careful making music. There's so much copyright and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, even like if you use a little snippet of a song on YouTube, there's like AI that'll catch that shit and take all your ad revenue.
Yeah,
It's
they
fucked
do
up.
that. Yeah.
They scam you for it.
Yeah.
So once you kind of stopped collabing with them, did you take your career in a different direction, or how'd you go from there?
I just started dropping my own music. I feel like that's a better way anyway, because you gotta build like your own fan base. Like I feel now I'm really just starting to get like my own fan base.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like the way you're doing it right now is definitely posturing you to like have a really good like solid base and like future. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like this is definitely I feel like I'm getting my first like real fan base.
Yep. So the next question we have here from Lost Dan, and Lost Dan asked, "What was your reaction to everyone finding out Emilio was funny with money?"
Oh, I was like fucking finally. Everybody thought I was lying about that shit for years.
And you finally got validated after all that time.
Yeah, and then my social media was going up. I was that day, them days that they found out, I was getting like a couple thousand followers a day. Like everybody was like, oh shit, he was telling the truth.
You were right.
Yeah, you were right. Adamn was right. And then my shit was going up so much, I was like, shit, let me drop a diss song real quick.
Does Emilio like has he ever hit you up like about saying this shit about him?
Hell no, he's not gonna hit me up. He's probably
pussy about it.
because it's probably fans hitting him constantly.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah,
probably.
all
He's
the
got a
time.
social media account.
He's
Yeah.
probably getting harassed. Like I saw he limited his comments. Like you can't comment on his posts. Like
He's
those,
either going to his house and throwing eggs.
no, those probably. If they, when Young Lean fans are crazy, they might actually
For sure.
be doing it. Yeah.
Yep. Damn, maybe you should have gone with him. Blend in with the crowd, put your head up, fucking throw eggs. A damn Killa meet up, Emilio's driveway.
Yeah, and then he just did some shit recently. He dropped a vinyl that I'm on.
And obviously you're not getting any cut of that.
Obviously not, but I heard Blaze not either. Like none of
Probably not. I
Yeah,
imagine nobody is but him.
nobody is.
So-
So he dropped 2 vinyls with me on it.
Dude, how come y'all are not taking this man to prison, dude? Or taking him to court, at least to be looked at by a judge? Because the way he's finessing y'all right now, the way you're speaking about this Emilio guy, jeez, man, that's what we call 100% slimy, bro.